Check 1, 2. Check, check. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to baseball as we're coming to you live from historic Bancroft Memorial Park once again on the second game in a row of a homestand as your Bancroft Bandits are looking to defend a 5-game winning streak coming into tonight's contest with a league best record of 19 wins and only 4 losses. However, they're going to be playing a very pesky opponent just up the road, our nearest rival, the Albert Lee Lakers. They do have a league worst record of 7 wins and 15 losses. However, without a doubt, taking 3 of the 4 losses that the Bandits already have on this season, this is always, without a doubt, a very competitive game, and it's one that I know Coach Kieran has been looking forward to. So the Lakers are obviously looking to get back on the winning track as it's still a clear race between the other 4 teams for the number 2 spot in the Pioneer League, as right now the standings in the league are looking like this. As the playoffs are just nearing around the corner in a few weeks, the Bancroft Bandits, with a pretty impressive winning streak, as I mentioned, of 5 games, holding a 19-4 record, the clearest bet right now to take that number 1 seed come playoff time. And as it following right now, the number 2 seed, Carroll Merchants, at 9 wins and 14 losses, and the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners just a game behind them at 8 wins and 13 losses, followed by Storm Lake at 7-12. And in the 5th seed, Albert Lee at 7-15. The Peak of Ames prospects will finally see them this Friday have a record of 9 wins and only 1 loss. So without a doubt, a talented team, but only playing half the games as every other team in the league are the automatic 6th seed come playoff time. But without a doubt, the prospects are probably going to be the biggest challenge yet for the Bandits. Last time we saw the Albert Lee Lakers, it was at Hike Field, which the game was tied throughout most of it, 5-5, but down to the bottom of the 6th, and the Lakers put up a 3 spot against 3 total pitchers against the Bandits in that game, and the Bandits dropped a heartbreaker, 8-5, but that was the last time we were in the loss column, as that was loss number 4, and the Bandits, without a doubt, 5 wins and only 3 losses against Albert Lee this year. Not too bad, but without a doubt, when you're looking at league best and league worst, obviously Bancroft wanting to pull away a few more times against Albert Lee. However, the Bandits are coming off a very good victory at home last night, which we saw co-players Chris Crosby, the winning pitcher, 7 strikeouts through 6 complete innings pitched, and Ivan Melendez knocking out his team-high 5th home run on the summer, which was also his 3rd consecutive game leaving the park. We'll take you now to that post-game interview with Crosby and Melendez, the co-players of the game reigning. So on tonight's co-players of the game, the winning pitcher Chris Crosby, and knocking out his 5th home run in his 3rd in 3 straight games, Ivan Melendez. So Chris, obviously a little bit of a hiccup in the second, but you did a fantastic job to recover 3 straight 1-2-3 innings and struck out 7 batters, man. Just talk about what went well for you and how you were able to recover on the mound.
Man, the first thing I just got out of myself was just trying to throw the ball really hard. But once I settled down and realized it was out of 3 strikes, it was all just cruising from there.
So without a doubt, immediately following that 2 spot in the top of the second, Ivan, you started things off with a solo bomb at the bottom of the second, which obviously got things rolling for the Bandits offensively, as well as you beat out an infield single. So, man, just talking about this absolute tear you've been on at the plate as of recently.
I've been seeing the ball well, and I've been very confident at the plate, and I just wanted to keep my streak going.
So without doubt, 2 great games from 2 great performers, and winning pitcher Chris Crosby and first baseman Ivan Melendez. So great game, guys. As without a doubt is also the pitchers being at a bit of a disadvantage last night, as one of the most inconsistent zones that I say I would have to have seen all summer long, as a lot of balls called for strikes and a lot of strikes called for balls. So we're obviously hoping for a little bit more of a stable strike zone, which would hopefully benefit both the pitchers and the hitters, speaking for both sides, to just at least try to create a little bit of an even and believable playing field. But nevertheless, the Bandits held on 7-3 to defeat the Carroll Merchants for the 4th time this summer. We also had the post-game interview with the winning coach, Michael Kieran, who has without a doubt transitioned very well to his new team this summer. Over the Carroll Merchants. So obviously, Mike, a bit of a slow start after an inning and a half, but I think the Bandits recovered very well nicely, and I'll let you kind of explain how the Bandits were able to pull together a victory tonight.
Yeah, we came out just a little flat. The second inning, Chris had a little bit of trouble time locating, and then we made an error, and before you know it's 2-0. He did a nice job of working out and limiting damage, but after that, I kind of brought the guys in. I said, it's time to go. Like, we can't wait. We got to go now. This isn't a team that you want to wait on. We put 3 up right away. First hitter Ivan comes up, hits a home run, and then we had a couple guys get on, and then Dakota had a really nice swing over the left fielder's head, scored a couple, and then from there it was just a 1 through 9. 1 through 9, everyone was given quality at bats. We didn't have a weak spot in the lineup. I think everyone reached base tonight, 1 through 9, and and then Augie came in the 7th and did a really nice job. Chris recovered really well after the second inning and put up some zeros, 3 through 6, and Augie came in, and again we just got a little lackadaisical, and we got the win. We played really well, I thought, for the most part. And tomorrow we got to come out again. Long week ahead.
Without a doubt. So obviously you hold a winning record against tomorrow's team, the Albert Lee Lakers, but it's without a doubt no easy feat, and every time we continue the rivalry between Bancroft and Albert Lee. So good luck tomorrow, Coach.
Thank you.
So once again, it is Wednesday evening, July 10th here in 2019. So as per the rules on Monday through Thursday, games tonight will be a 7-inning contest. It is a makeup game, as an earlier postponement for an away game scheduled for Hike Field will now be played on the Bandits' home turf here in Memorial Park. Obviously, less than 20 minutes away from first pitch. As for the Lakers, we were expecting to see a very solid right-hander, Jesse Bloom, but that's not the case. We're going to be seeing a right-hander we have not seen the likes of yet this year, and wearing number 21, a young right-hander, Taylor Arrett. So we saw him warming up, and we're going to have to see what he has on the bump. However, for Bancroft, I got to say I like our chances with our right-hander out of Alcorn State and filling into the starting rotation exceptionally well. We have Austin Atwood going to be making his 8th appearance tonight and 3rd start, holding a record this summer of 3 wins, no losses, 1 save. That save coming this past Sunday against the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners, holding them to a 7-6 victory, as well as earning that magic number, strikeout number 50, which has eclipsed Niall Ball for the leader in strikeouts, as without a doubt the rest of Austin Atwood's stats looking phenomenal this summer through 27 2/3 innings pitched. Also only giving up 15 hits, only 3 runs, and only 1 of those earned. Only walked 6 batters and hasn't hit any. So without a doubt, it doesn't take Austin Atwood very long to get in the zone. And when he gets in the zone, look out, because there is not a whole lot of pitchers that can really hold a candle to the heat that Atwood brings from the right-handed side. So we're just a few moments away before we let our PA announcer here at Bancroft, Travis Newman, introduce the ball game. But before then, let's go ahead and meet the starters first for the visiting Albert Lee Lakers. Once again, with an overall record of 7 wins and a league-high 15 losses, led by head coach Nate DeShane. Leading things off, wearing number 16, the designated hitter, Preston Godfrey. Batting second in left field, number 8, Levi Davidson. Batting third in center field, number 19, Brad Morris. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 30, Jacob McKeon. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 13, Austin Portner. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 6, Trey Rogers. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 15, Sam Steinmeier. Batting eighth, that catcher, number 28, Jackson Key. And rounding out the Lakers lineup, batting ninth at third base, number 11, Carter Aids. Once again, the starting pitcher is a new guy, number 21, Taylor Arrett. So don't let that record fool you, as obviously the Lakers always treat this game with specialty. So now the starting lineups for the hometown boys, the Bancroft Bandits, with an overall record of a league-high 19 wins and just 4 losses. Leading things off at designated hitter number 22, Daniel Hernandez. And moving all the way up to the 2-hole tonight at a left field, number 6, Dakota Coco Kennedy. Red-hot left fielder, obviously. We're hoping for him to keep on getting on base at a very consistent rate, as his on-base percentage well over 500. That's after a 2 RBI single and a walk performance last night. And to go without saying, the powerful Ivan Melendez will be batting third tonight at third base, wearing number 34. Bumping up to the cleanup spot, number 30 at second base, Miguel Miko Soto. Batting fifth in center field, number 1, Brian Seamster. Batting sixth at first base, number 35, Bobby Galindo. Batting seventh in right field, number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason. Batting eighth at shortstop, number 12, Sean Ross. Rounding out the Bandit lineup, wearing number 2 behind the dish, Tyler Boggs. Once again on the bump, doing the starting for the third time this summer, number 23, Austin Wild Thing Atwood. So we're going to step aside for just a quick moment, but when we come back, we'll introduce the ball game with our PA announcer, Travis Newman, and then we'll be bringing you the first pitch from the top of the first inning. Coming to you live, it's Week 7 in the Pioneer League season here. And listening to the Albert Lee Lakers taking on the Bancroft Bandits here live from Memorial Park.
historic Bancroft Memorial Park for the Pioneer Collegiate Baseball League game between the Elderly Lakers and your Bancroft Bandits. We hope that you have a safe and enjoyable experience at tonight's game and remind you to please be respectful and courteous to others so that they can share in the fun and excitement that is Bandit baseball. Stadium can be a fun and exciting place to run and explore for our smaller fans. We ask that fans keep an eye on your children at all times. Climbing on or under the bleachers, running through the walkways, or jumping on the seats may be dangerous, so we ask these fans, please treat these areas properly. For those fans visiting Bancroft Memorial Park for the first time, smoking is prohibited in all areas of the stadium. We ask that all smoking take place outside the gates. Thank you for cooperation in this matter. Restroom areas are located just north of the entrance area. The concession stand is located next to the entrance. Wristbands are required for anyone purchasing or drinking alcoholic beverages. You must be 21 to purchase or consume alcohol. You'll be able to get your wristbands at the concession stand. Please return all foul balls to the merchandise area. If you receive a foul ball ticket to be used at the concession stand. We need all foul balls returned to the game to continue. Thank you for cooperation. All proceeds, including sales of food and beverages along with merchandise, will be used to improve Bancroft Memorial Park. Celebrate your special day with us. Let us know that birthday, anniversary, or special accomplishment. We'll be happy to announce during the game. Just a quick reminder, there will be a home game against Fort Dodge on July 16th here in Bancroft. This will be a makeup game from June 11th. Kids, be sure to get your posters ready for your favorite Bandits for July 12th, Friday night. Enjoy the game and go Bandits. Tonight's lineup. Leading off to the Lakers, designated hitter number 16, Preston Godfrey. Batting second, the left fielder number 8, Levi Davison. Batting third, the center fielder number 19, Brad Morris. Batting fourth, the first baseman number 30, Jacob McKeon. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 13, Austin Portner. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 6, Trey Rogers. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 15, Sam Steinmeier. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 28, Jackson Key. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 11, Carter Hayes. Pitching tonight, number 21, Taylor Eric. And now your lineup for your Bancroft Bandits. Leading off, designated hitter number 22, Daniel Hernandez. Batting second, the left fielder number 6, Dakota Coco Kennedy. Batting third, the third baseman number 34, Ivan Melendez. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 30, Miguel Mico Soto. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 1, Brian Seaster. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 35, Bobby Chancho Galindo. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 12, Sean the Rock Ross. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 2, Tyler Boggs. Pitching tonight, number 23, Austin Wild Thing Atwood. Fans, please rise and move your caps for the national anthem.
So welcome back to the ball field, fans, as we're just a few moments away from the first pitch, courtesy of tonight's starting pitcher, right-hander out of Alcorn State, Austin Wild Thing Atwood, as we see his name atop the charts of almost every pitching statistic that we have here, as they look a little like this. Atwood with 7 appearances and 2 starts already, with a 3-0 record and 1 save on the summer, through 27 and 2/3 innings pitched, holding an ERA of .33, only giving up just 15 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned, 6 walks, and a team-high 50 strikeouts. So I don't know if Albert Lee has seen much at all of Austin Atwood at this point, but they better get used to him pretty fast, as tonight, a 7-inning contest could play in Atwood's favor, as in college, a reliever and a bit of a closing pitcher. But without a doubt, he shows stamina and longevity through the games that he's been pitching, and already through 2 starts, he's looked phenomenal. However, the dangerous hitters that Atwood is going to have to get through tonight, in my opinion, are going to be in the leadoff spot and the 3-4 holes with Preston Godfrey, Brad Morris, and Jacob McKeon. So obviously, if you want to shut Albert Lee down, it's going to have to start with that trifecta of hitters. And that's who he'll face first, is Preston Godfrey, the leadoff batter and designated hitter. Set to get this game underway here. First pitch conditions, low 70 degrees. And a bit of windy conditions, creating a very cool night at the ballpark here this Wednesday evening. So Atwood begins the wind and delivers the first pitch, taken on the outside part of the plate for strike 1, and we're underway from Memorial Park. Bandits looking to extend their winning streak to 6 here tonight and looking to get to 20 wins. Very interesting here. Bancroft on the verge of getting to win number 20 tonight. And there's not even one other team in the league with double-digit wins. Should speak about the dominance that Bancroft has had so far this summer. And Godfrey goes down in 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Strike 3 for out number 1. So talk about efficiency as Atwood sits down Godfrey in 3 pitches to start this game off here. And let's hope he keeps it going here with the second batter and left fielder Levi Davidson. He's gotten a few pokes against Bancroft so far this summer, and he shows a little bit of pop in his bat from the left-handed side, taking the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Atwood, without a doubt, a great teammate as well as a leader by example for Bancroft this summer, and a work ethic really second to none, as he fires the 0-1 pitch as Davidson with a late swing, getting the tip of the bat on it and sending it out of play to the left side for strike 2. Second straight batter, Atwood gets up on 0-2 in the count as he winds and fires, and just above the letters. Tough spot there with 2 strikes. Could have seen 2 strikeouts and 6 pitches for Atwood to start off the game, but he's still up in the count, 1 ball to 2 strikes. As he has his pitch from Boggs, and he fires, and this one a little higher there for ball 2. So the infield playing back here, as Albert Lee has shown quite an offensive threat at the plate the past few times we've played them. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Atwood, and that'll get Davidson swing and a miss for strike 3, strikeout number 2 for out number 2. A big start to Atwood's game here as he strikes out the first 2 hitters faced. And now he's going to be facing arguably the top hitter on the Albert Lee lineup with Brad Morris. First pitch to Morris, and chops this one foul as he gets him inside. A crisp heater there. And he'll start him off 0-1 in the count. 2 outs, nobody on base. We're here in the 3-hitter Morris. Atwood winds and deals, and he gets Morris chasing on an outside fastball for strike 2. Third pitch of the at-bat on the way. Atwood fires, and this one will miss high and outside, ball 1. Still up in the count, 1-2. Atwood and Boggs on the same page early here as he quickly resets, and Morris hits this one in the air towards right. It could be trouble, and Mason can't make the grab, and he gets well past the ball as Morris with heads-up base running will stretch a single into a double for a 2-out base hit.
Next man for the Lakers, first baseman number 30, the beer batter, Jacob McKeon.
So down to a 1-2 count, and Morris fights back. The batted ball to shallow right field, and good hustle for Aaron Mason. But it looked like he trapped the ball, and then he just ran right through it. Good maybe 15 feet past the ball. That allows Morris to stretch a single into a double, and Atwood now to Jacob McKeon, the most powerful bat in the lineup, as we've seen him leave the yard twice already this summer against Bancroft pitching. Here's the 1-0 pitch from the stretch. Morris with a healthy lead at second. And this one, Atwood paints the corner for strike 1 to even the count here, 1-1. With 2 outs, the first run of the game now on second with Brad Morris. Nobody holding him on. The 1-1 from the stretch in. McKeon hits this one in the air to deep left center, and it's going to be down. And extra bases as McKeon rounds first, and the go-ahead run will score. An RBI double for Jacob McKeon. He just trades places with Morris to make it a 1-0 game. Albert Lee on the scoreboard first. So after 2 straight strikeouts, it's back-to-back doubles for the Lakers. And now Atwood going to have to work hard for his third and final out this inning against the shortstop, Austin Portner. Solid line drive hitter here for Portner as he's found himself comfortable in the 5 spot for Albert Lee in the batting order as he watches ball 1 miss high. He comes set for the 1-0 pitch. As he kicks and fires, this one swung on and missed for strike 1. He gets him chasing high and outside on a fastball. Third pitch of the at-bat on the way. Here's the 1-1. Rides the chalk inside on a heater for ball 2. Just missing. It's the second straight night. The pressure is going to be on the Bandits' bats to climb back from a small lead out of the gates. As Carroll put up a 2 spot in the top of the second, they answered right back with 3. So let's hope they can do this here, but it's not going to be easy as Portner with a 3rd straight base hit, and McKeon going to come home to score, and it's now 2-0 with 2 outs, and the Albert Lee has struck with a 2-out rally. So we'll now go to the 6th batter and second baseman, Trey Rogers. Force out at first and second, but the Lakers throwing hot here. Boggs going to fire down to second as Portner going to go back safely to first, almost getting caught in a pickle. Rogers back up to the plate with the 1-0 pitch from the stretch. He backs off on an inside fastball for ball 2. And he works ahead to a hitter's count here, 2-0. Atwood shakes off a pitch, in comes set. Quick pickoff attempt to Portner, not in time. Over at first base. The 2-0 to Rogers, and immediately tries to back off on a slider that I thought might have had some run into the zone late, but nevertheless it misses for ball 3. Atwood starting off Rogers 3-0 in the count. The 3-0 pitch, and this one will miss in the dirt for ball 4. And Atwood struggling now to get out of this inning.
Next bat for the Lakers, right fielder number 15, Sam Steinmeier.
And we'll go to the 7th batter and right fielder Sam Steinmeier. Force out at any bag with 2 down. Got to try to stop the bleeding here in the top of the first as Atwood still from the stretch, and he's going to tag Steinmeier on the arm. And now the bases are loaded. Van Vactor out on the mound. Gotta wonder how the Lakers have played so successfully as of the past few games against the Bancroft Bandits. Yet their record is down in last place, 7-15, and they sure don't show up like they have that record. Now down to the 8th hitter here in the catcher, number 28, Jackson Key, and a good opportunity for him with the bases loaded but 2 down. So Atwood will now go back to the windup as Key hits this one in the air. It's high and deep to center field, and Brian Seamster with a miraculous grab in deep left center field. Could have been a lethal base hit right there, but an over-the-shoulder grab to finally end the top of the first inning as the Lakers strike hot with the bats in the top of the first to get out to an early 2-0 lead. As we head to the bottom of the first, you're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. Welcome back to Memorial Park as the Lakers having some momentum carry over from last night's extra innings victory over the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners, which they won that one 6-5, looking for their second straight win and trying to take one on the road. After once again the 3-4 combo of Morris and McKeon comes to play. Down to 2 outs, and they start off in a big way with a double from Brad Morris, followed by another double from Jacob McKeon, driving in the first run, and an opposite field single for Austin Portner to bring home McKeon, as we're now here in the bottom of the first, 2-0. Lakers scoring 2 runs on 3 hits, and it could have been a lot worse after the next two batters put on with free 90s on a walk and a hit by pitch. And Jackson Key with a huge fly ball to deep center field. But welcome to Bancroft, Brian Seamster, as he's been looking athletic defensively. He'll be batting fifth tonight. Let's hope he can get on the bats tonight as well as the rest of 1 through 9 as we start things off with Daniel Hernandez against the new pitcher, Taylor Arrett, number 21, a right-hander. So a bit of a familiar situation from last night as early on Carroll led the Bandits 2-0. Wasn't long before they answered back with a 3 spot of their own, and they never let go of the lead as Arrett will start off our leadoff DH, Daniel Hernandez, to a hitter's count, 2 balls, no strikes. Going to be even tough for Bancroft here, as the Lakers have shown they have a pretty solid defense behind their pitchers, but Arrett struggling to find the zone here in the first at-bat, starting off Hernandez with 3 straight balls. The 3-0 count, Arrett slow in the windup, and he'll miss outside to start off Hernandez on a 4-pitch walk. And there's our first base runner. So now strolling to the plate, it's the red-hot Coco Kennedy. The left fielder was the 9-hitter to kind of create a second leadoff for the Bandits. But obviously he has been like a machine getting on base as of the past week, as he's found himself a groove, driving in 2 more runs in last night's ball game on a single to left. So let's hope he can find barrel once again as he takes the first pitch. It looks like a bit of a breaking ball there for strike 1. Held off as a lot of run. Allowed it to nab the inside part of the plate for strike 1. So Kennedy now can expand, but he'll call time here. You know, Daniel Hernandez has a lot of speed to take some bases. Let's see what happens here. Arrett from the stretch in the 0-1 pitch. Missing outside in the other box for ball 1. Here to our second batter, nobody out. Hernandez on at first. Albert Lee still ahead 2-0. And a 1-1 count to Kennedy as Key sets up on the outer half of the plate. Here's the third pitch of the at-bat. He'll paint the low outside corner for strike 2. So Arrett starting to get familiar with the zone, and Kennedy going to have to fight back here. Down to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Arrett comes set. And Kennedy calls time. So a big at-bat here for Coco Kennedy, as every at-bat's going to count here for Bancroft when they're behind. The 1-2 pitch, missing just outside for ball 2. Not a bad spot with 2 strikes. But it looks like it was caught at just about the chalk. So a good call for ball 2. Arrett comes set for the 2-2. And the pitch. Breaking ball that gets away from him. It tails off into the other box for ball 3. And Kennedy stands in on a full count. 6th pitch of the at-bat on the way. Kennedy with good plate discipline here, looking for base hit, ball 4. A full count on the way. Hernandez takes off for second, and Kennedy and just like that, a double play as Kennedy goes down swinging. And Hernandez going to be called out on interference. And a big detriment as Kennedy chases strike 3. Hernandez would have stolen second, but they're called on interference. So that'll empty the bases here with 2 outs now for the 3-hitter Ivan Melendez. As a first pitch curveball from Arrett goes in there for strike 1. Tough break for the Bandits in a shortened game. They're going to have to find ways to get more base runners on and fast. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's going to miss in the dirt, low and away for ball one. Arrett shakes off a handful of pitches here, and he'll step off the rubber. Count still at 1-1. Nobody on base, 2 down. A 1-1 from the windup to Melendez. And Melendez will back off of an inside curveball, not wanting to wear that one. Could have been a free 90, but he dodges it for ball 2. The 2-1 from Arrett. Missing high and away for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch to Melendez, and once again, another walk.
Next batter for the Bandits, second baseman number 30, Miguel Pico Soto.
And the Bandits looking to get things started with 2 down, hopefully. So we can't be handing out mistakes to Albert Lee, as we already have with Kennedy. A check swung on strikeout, and then interfering with the throw down to second base from Jackson Key for 2 outs and just 1 pitch. First pitch of the at-bat to the cleanup batter, Miko Soto, and a fastball down the pipe for strike 1. Bandits looking indecisive at the plate here in the first. Soto steps back in here, down 0-1 in the count. Arrett quickly comes set from the stretch. And a curveball. Well outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Soto as he takes this one in the other box for ball 2. Arrett showing some control issues here in the bottom of the first. Already walking 2 batters. Throwing all over and around outside the zone. Missing outside, it looks like. He'll reset here, 2-1 on Soto. 4th pitch on the way. Outside ball 3. Not a whole lot of Lakers are dressed for tonight's game. So we're going to have to see who we might see out of relief, but still nobody warming up just yet. The Lakers not in too bad a shape. Still no Bandit hits, only a pair of walks thus far. Here's the 3-1 pitch as Arrett kicks and fires and well outside for ball 4. Already 3 walks.
Next batter for the Bandits, center fielder number 1, Brian Seacher.
So Jackson Key will head to the mound as well as Griffin Dean. And we'll now go to the center fielder, Brian Seamster, former player for Ole Miss University as well as San Jacinto. He'll be joining former Bandit Lance Russell at the University of New Mexico this fall. So Brian Seamster, second game in a Bandit uniform at the home field tonight. He came in to pinch hit and flew out in last night's contest. He'll be in center field for Adrian Torres as he'll be out of town due to a wedding for a few games here in a row. So a big at-bat here for Brian Seamster with runners on first and second, 2 away. Bandits still trail by 2. First pitch of the at-bat. taken just inside for strike one. Thought it rode the chalk, but nevertheless, it's going to nab the zone. So now Seamster going to have to expand here on an 0-1 count. Barrett comes set here, count now 0-1. He kicks and fires, and Seamster flicks this one to the backstop. Seamster now down 0-2 in the count. Key setting up inside. The 0-2 pitch. Off speed as it's taken the other way. Down past the third baseman, and Melendez rounds third. Nobody covering third. And Miko Soto will take two, and Brian Seamster just squeaks a line drive past the third baseman for the first Bancroft run of the game, and the lead is cut in half. And the tying run now on third. So Ivan Melendez comes around to score from second with two down. The runners hauling around the bases there, and Brian Seamster just one swing of the bat. And there's the first hit of the game for Bancroft. And the lead's cut in half, so let's hope momentum can carry over here for Bobby Galindo. As we know, he's up there and runs batted in offensively for Bancroft. A pull shift on as you see the shortstop Portner out past the bag at second. We're going to have to see if he can get one past the infield here. Key setting up outside. And a lazy throw over to first to try to hold Seamster on. So Galindo going to have to find a way to get a ball past the infield here. As you know, Albert Lee is solid here in the infield. With two down, first pitch of the at-bat to Galindo, taken above the letters for ball one. You now see Rogers, the second baseman, even scooting out to the grass in shallow right field. So they are anticipating a pull side ball here from Galindo. The stretch from the 1-0 as Seamster takes off for second, and Galindo ground ball right to Rogers. And the shift works there for out number 3 as Galindo grounds out, and the tying run gets stranded on at third. As we'll head to the top of the second inning, Albert Lee out in front, 2-1, as you're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. Back here in the top of the second inning from Memorial Park, it's 2-1 for the Lakers. And they've already batted through 8 batters. We'll lead things off with the 9-hitter Carter Aids as he takes the first pitch just above the letters for ball one. It was an inning that started out very strong for Austin Atwood. striking out the first two batters. And then the Lakers found the barrel and a couple of free 90s to score the first two runs of the game. As the Bandits offense still trying to climb back into this one. They managed to cut the lead in half in the bottom of the first, scoring one and an RBI single from Brian Seamster. So Atwood trying to get out of the second unscathed on a 1-2 pitch, and this one is swung on and fouled straight back by the third baseman, Aids. So you can't be giving out too many mistakes to Albert Lee. As you know, they've taken advantage of it, proven in the past. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that'll sit down. Aids looking. Strike three on 5 pitches to start off the second inning. We're already back to the top of the order as Preston Godfrey, stepping up 0 for 1. He went down swinging to start off the game in the first. Already his second at-bat here in the second. Atwood going back from the windup. Here's the first pitch. Taken just high for ball one. Atwood quickly refires here, and he's now going to fall behind 2-0. Both of those just missing outside. And a hitter's count here to Godfrey. He can be picky. Here's the third pitch, and he's just going to lay off this one on a nice slider that runs into the zone for strike one. Good movement on the pitch. Atwood hoping to feed off that one. As this one, the dribbler towards second base, and Soto with an easy throw to Galindo at first base for out number 2. 4-3 put out. We'll now go to the left fielder and left-handed batter Levi Davidson. He also went down swinging back in the first. So Atwood looking for a productive 1-2-3 inning hopefully here to try to get the Bandits back to the plate and create some momentum. Nods with Boggs on the first pitch. Taken just off the plate for ball one. Quickly back here with the 1-0 pitch from the windup. Slider, not a bad spot there for ball two. Broke just a little too late, and it's a 2-0 hitter's count once again now for Levi Davidson, second straight batter. With a 2-0 hitter's count and taken down by the ankles on a slider for ball three. 3 straight pitches and all balls here for Davidson. Atwood from the windup in the 3-0. Down the pipe for strike one. The 3-1 pitch, rope towards second base, and Soto makes the scoop and finds Galindo at first for out number 3. And it's a 1-2-3 inning to hold the Lakers here. No further damage as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Still a 2-1 ball game. Bandits coming to bat to lead things off with Aaron Cowboy Mason, 7-8-9, due up at the plate. You're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. Back here for the bottom of the second inning with Aaron Cowboy Mason in the 7-hole tonight. Wasn't long ago Aaron Mason found himself as the 7-hitter, and he actually played very well just looking for fastballs, and he was able to knock 3 hits this past Sunday against the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners. So let's hope he can find a pitch to drive to start off the Bandits in the second as he looks at a first pitch breaking ball outside for ball 1. So Mason can see ball, hit ball well here as he starts off 1-0 in the count. Arrett from the windup, and Mason, a late halt to hold back on ball 2. And not a bad spot there from Arrett. There's the 2-0 pitch, and Mason watches this one ride the chalk low and away for ball 3. And Arrett not getting too familiar with the zone early on in this one. He throws 3 straight balls to Mason, and close to 4 there, but he's just going to find the corner for strike 1. Still a 3-1 hitters count. Mason still way up here. And the pitch taken outside for ball 4. The second straight inning, Arrett starts off the leadoff batter with a walk. So now the hitter, Sean Ross, has looked pretty decent at the plate over the past few games, knocking in 2 home runs this past week, as well as getting a handful of other timely hits. And let's hope that momentum can carry forward into this week here, as we're going to need some timely offense now as we trail the Lakers 2-1. First pitch to Ross, taken right down Broadway for strike 1. And if you're looking for a pitch to drive early in the count, there it was. So Ross down, no balls, 1 strike here. Second pitch on the way from the stretch, and Ross cranks this one in the air to deep left center, and kiss it goodbye. It clears the tree out past left center. Sean Ross with a big home run, his 4th on the summer. And just like that, Bancroft now leads Albert Lee 3-2. It sounded beautiful on the crack of the bat. Sean Ross sends it out well over 400 feet. If you can see on your viewing screens, that tree out in left center, it went clear past it. Sean Ross got all of that one, and now Bancroft with their first lead of the game, 3-2 here in the bottom of the second with nobody out. It's time to add. We now go to the 9-hitter, the catcher, Tyler Boggs. As he shows bunt the first pitch, it's laid down beautifully towards third as he hauls to first, and no doubt about that one, Tyler Boggs with a leadoff single on a bunt for a hit. Yeah, beautiful bunt laid down indeed. We'll now go to the DH, back to the top of the order with Daniel Hernandez. He reached base on a 4-pitch walk to start things off. He would have had a stolen base, but the Bandits were limited offensively as it was a tough break for Coco Kennedy, striking out and interfering on the throw down to second. But the Bandits in a good situation here. Runner on first, nobody out. We're back to the top of the order with Hernandez, and Sean Ross with 1 swing of the bat turns the tables here as it's now 3-2 for Bancroft. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Arrett, and outside for ball 1. And Arrett still trying to get comfortable in the zone. And he's already walked 4 batters and given up 3 base hits through the first 9 faced. A 1-1 pitch to Hernandez, and a good frame from Key there will make it strike 2. on the outside corner, and now Hernandez going to have to battle back 1-2 in the count. Arrett comes set from the stretch. Boggs leads off at first. The fourth pitch, the at-bat curveball, and Hernandez skies this one towards right. It could be trouble. And, oh, that does not look too good. Both players are down and hurt. And Boggs going to head towards second base and round it for third. But that was just a horrible collision out in right field. I'm not sure anybody called for it. And a late drop, so we're now going to have runners at the corners. And this is a scary situation as both the second baseman and right fielder, Trey Rogers and Sam Steinmeier, are down and out. And please send a prayer for those players out there. This does not look too good. We're going to step aside on an injury timeout. And like I said, please send a prayer for Steinmeier and Rogers, as it's not looking too good here. You're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. So welcome back to Memorial Park, as it looks like Sam Steinmeier back to his feet. Going to walk off the field at his own will, but he's going to come out of the game. So, or at least lucky that he's able to stand on his own feet, and he looks to be okay, just a little shaken up, but obviously a scary situation nonetheless. Neither him nor the second baseman, Trey Rogers, talking on a shallow hit ball to right field, and they just collide. And the ball drops as now we have Hernandez on at first, Boggs on at second. And I think we saw Preston Godfrey warming up down just out in front of the Albert Lee dugout. So we're going to see Godfrey possibly come out to play right field. And Rogers also back up to his feet looking to return to second base. So Steinmeier going to be taking a golf cart off the field, possibly going to be getting checked out. It looks to be okay, but obviously you can't take any injury like that without precaution, as he's clutching his head for a good moment there. You hate to see something like that happen in the sport of baseball, where you don't expect contact or any freak injury to happen. But for the most part, it looks like Steinmeier will be all right, as well as Rogers. Rogers will come back out to play, and Steinmeier at least is going to be getting checked out. At least he was walking around and he got off the field at his own will. And we'll shortly resume play here from Memorial Park with Coco Kennedy on at the plate, the number 2 batter, 2-3-4 due up for Bancroft. Still nobody out, and the Bandits looking to add to a newfound lead. The scoreboard still reads Bandits 3, Lakers 2. So we're just about set to resume action here.
Next bat for the Bandits, left fielder number 6, Dakota Coco Kennedy.
So now Kennedy going back up to the plate, and we'll have a first and third situation. Key motioning towards his defense. To try and defensively prepare here with Hernandez leading off at first. Kennedy looking for redemption after striking out and interfering for 2 outs and 1 pitch as he grounds this one through the 5-6 hole, and the Bandits are going to add to now make it 4-2. And Kennedy answers in a big way with an RBI single into left. Now a 4-2 ball game for Bancroft.
Third baseman number 34, Ivan Melendez.
So we'll now go to the third baseman number 34, Ivan Melendez. With runners at first and second, still nobody out. Melendez walked on 4 pitches. Back in the first and scored the first run of the game for Bancroft. Here's the first pitch to Melendez, and he just holds off on a late curveball there for ball 1. The count now 1-0 to Melendez, 2 runners on base. And the pitch taken outside in the other box for ball 2. And the Lakers obviously don't have a whole lot of people in uniforms tonight. You're going to have to wonder who they're going to go to the bullpen here. If Arrett's unable to stop the further bleeding here, as he's now got a 2-0 count on Ivan Melendez, one of the most dangerous bats for Bancroft. And here's the pitch. Swung on, and Melendez well out in front of that one. Just gets the tip of the bat on it. It's a crisp spinner, foul ball for strike 1. The 2-1 pitch to Melendez, and well outside once again for ball 3. And Arrett, the control issues for the pitcher Taylor Arrett continue here in the bottom of the second. He's still searching for his first out. He's down to a hitter's count here behind 3-1 to Melendez. And once again, another free 90, second walk to Ivan Melendez. And that'll load the bases up for the cleanup hitter, Miguel Mico Soto.
Next baseman number 30, Miguel Mico Soto.
First pitch of the at-bat to Soto, a slow-moving curveball, just going to nab the corner there for strike one. And Arrett now starting out with strike one in the count. Count's now 0-1. Arrett from the stretch. The base is juiced. Here's the pitch. And a curveball almost getting away from him there. A wild pitch. That key just gets the back of the mid on. For a backhanded stop for ball one. Could have been trouble on a pass ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Soto. Swung on, grounded the other way, and it's a ground ball into right field. And 2 runs are going to come in to score. Both Hernandez from third and Kennedy all the way around from second. Hauls in for the 6th run for the Bandits. The 5th of this inning.
Next man for the Bandits, center fielder number 1, Brian Seamster.
And Miguel Mico Soto drives in 2 runs to now make it 6-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. We'll now go to the center fielder, Brian Seamster, who put the Bandits on the scoreboard back in the first, driving in Melendez on a hit the other way to left. First pitch of the at-bat, swung on and hit in the air to deep right center. It's carrying and goodbye! Home run for Brian Seamster. Chalk up 3 more runs on a 3-1 blast. Welcome to Bancroft, Brian Seamster, and touch 'em all. Second home run this inning for the Bandits, and it's now a 9-2 ball game as they strike fire. And he cleared the deepest part of the park well out past 380 feet in right center. As if you're looking to go yard here at Memorial Park, you're going to have to try and get pull side down the lines. And the gaps, that is very tough to do. And now you see why he's such an impressive specimen at the D1 level. Brian Seamster leaves the park as we now got a mound visit here. The bases are at least cleared for Bancroft. But the Bandits make the Lakers pay after starting out this game 2-0 as they completely turn the tables now 9-2, and we're going to see a pitching change. The third baseman, Carter Aids, going to come in to warm up for Albert Lee as we're going to step aside. Still no outs here in the second. You're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. It's 9-2. As we'll now go to the first baseman, Bobby Galindo. Bandits looking to keep on adding here scoring a whopping 8 runs before the Lakers even record out number 1. But we got a new pitcher here with Carter Aids as Galindo ropes this one towards second. And Rogers there to make the play. Back-to-back ground outs to second for Galindo. And that'll finally be out number 1 here.
Right fielder number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason.
As Bancroft bats through the order here in the second, we're back to Aaron Cowboy Mason. 7-8-9 still due up for the Bandits here with 1 down. Aids now working out of the windup here. Here's the first pitch. Just missing the low outside corner there for ball 1. The 1-0 to Mason and taken the other way, and it shoots into right through the 3-4 hole, and it's a crisp single in the first base hit of the game for Aaron Mason. Bandits now scoring 9 runs on 7 base hits. And we now go to Sean Ross, who put the Bandits out in front this inning with a big swing for his 4th home run on the summer. I think a lot of these folks forgot just the amount of power that Sean Ross possesses, as he's been on an absolute tear as of late. First pitch of the at-bat, and this one rides well above the zone for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Ross, and it's in the dirt for ball 1. The 2-0 hitters count to Ross. The pitch missing low outside in the dirt and 3 straight balls as the Lakers' struggles continue here in the bottom of the second inning. 3-0 count. Now you got to wonder if Ross has the green light on a pitch that he's looking to drive. As you know, he's got momentum from the last at-bat, and he takes this one on a nice stroke, and it kisses the foul pole. Or, excuse me, the light pole out in left field foul territory. So a good pitch to take a hack at down. Well, you're well ahead in the count, 3-0. Nothing hurt there for strike 1. So Ross, you got to think he's got his timing now down on Aids as he's going to go out of the stretch. With the 3-1 pitch, Mason takes off for second, but he'll go in there standing up as it's ball 4. And a free 90 to Ross.
Next man for the Bandits, catcher number 2, Tyler Boggs.
We'll now go to the 9-hitter, Tyler Boggs. And he laid down a beautiful bunt to the third base side and stretched out. Bunt for a hit for an infield single that restarted things for the Bandits after following the Ross home run. And the first pitch to him going to miss outside for ball 1. So Aids still working hard for out number 2 here. We got to force out at any bag for the Lakers. And here's the second pitch, as Boggs just lays off one that's going to nab the high outside corner for strike 1 to even things up 1-1 in the count. Mason with an early steal as he takes third, and Ross will take second on a double steal. The throw across the diamond, not in time. And now 2 ducks on the pond with only 1 down. And a 1-2 count for Tyler Boggs. One ball to 2 strikes. Aids out of the windup. Gets Boggs swinging on an outside fastball there for strike 3 and out number 2. We'll now go to Daniel Hernandez back to the top of the order. As it was this at-bat, we saw that scary collision as Hernandez singled to right. But Rogers and Steinmeier Rogers back in the game, and Steinmeier now leaving the game, and we'll now go to an 0-1 count for Hernandez. Second pitch of the at-bat, and looks like a little bit of an off-speed pitch that Aids lost control of there, missing well high for ball one. We're still locked in here at the bottom of the second inning, still a 9-2 ball game. 2 outs finally, and runners are at second and third. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Hernandez, and a late swing and a foul ball out of play to the right side for strike 2. Aids comes set and begins the wind and the delivery for 1-2 pitch, and Hernandez strokes this one to right center, and it's down, and that'll score both the runs here. 2 RBI single for Hernandez, his second hit of the game, to bring home Mason from third and Ross at second.
Next bat for the Bandits, left fielder number 6, Dakota Coco Kennedy.
And Hernandez with 2 down continues to add here as it's now 11-2. So Kennedy back here at the plate for his third at-bat, his second one this inning. And Aids starts him off 1-0 in the count. Aids out of the stretch here. The 1-0 pitch, Hernandez takes off for second, and Kennedy drives this one down the line and left. It's down, and Hernandez is going to score all the way from first. 2-out RBI double for Dakota Coco Kennedy. 2 base hits and a pair of RBIs this inning alone.
Next bat for the Bandits, third baseman number 34, Ivan Melendez.
Whole lot of offense this game. And we go back to the 3-hitter, Ivan Melendez, and he hasn't exactly had a whole lot of pitches to swing at thus far, as he's walked twice already this game. Standing in 0 for 0, but an on-base percentage of 1,000. He looks at ball one. Yeah, I wonder if he's getting antsy here after he's hit a home run in 3 straight games. The reigning offensive player of the game. Here's the 1-0 pitch from the stretch, and Aids with a quick pitch there, missing upstairs for ball 2. We have Rogers shading second base, trying to hold Kennedy on. A 2-0 hitter's count for Melendez. Here's the pitch. Taken on the low outside corner for strike 1. A good pitch to lay off when you're up ahead 2-0. Melendez with good discipline there. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Taken. Tough break there. It looked like it was well off the plate, but nevertheless, called for strike 2. Lakers getting a little help trying to get out of this treacherous bottom of the second inning where they've given up 11 runs. It's now 12-2. Deuces across the scoreboard. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Melendez sees obviously the zone is expanding, and he flicks this one out of play, foul. Count still at 2-2 following the foul ball. Aids with the pitch, missing low inside in the dirt. And Melendez stands in to work the count full. Hayes comes set from the stretch. Here's the full count pitch. And the umpire will assist Aids on that call for strike 3 on an outside fastball, and that will finally do it after the second inning. Heading into the top of the third, the scoreboard reads Albert Lee 2, Bancroft 12. After a whopping 11-run score on 6 base hits in the bottom of the second and a big second inning for Bancroft. And a lot of run support for Austin Atwood. Heading to the top of the third inning, you're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. We're here in the top of the third as Atwood gets a quick out for Brad Morris on the first pitch. He pops him out to Miko Soto at second base. And we're back to the beer batter, Jacob McKeon, and a big swing and a miss there as he's already down 0-2 in the count. The Lakers with a lot of catching up to do after it looked like they were in command of this one after a 2 spot to start off the top of the first, and Atwood with a crisp fastball inside there by just an inch for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch and taken above the letters for ball 2. Now a 2-2 count to Jacob McKeon. Nobody on, 1 down, and a breaking ball going to get away from Atwood there for ball 3. So McKeon steps back in here for the full count pitch, looking for a base hit or a ball 4. But Atwood with a 6th pitch of the at-bat. This one grounded towards Ross, and a hop will help Ross to make an easy throw down to Galindo. And a nice catch over at first for out number 2. A 6-3 put out to retire McKeon for out number 2. And Atwood looking for his second straight 1-2-3 inning. A tough break for Taylor Arrett back in the second as Carter Aids just managed to get the Lakers out of the second inning. The Bandits play 11 runs in the bottom of the second to take a huge lead here at their home field as it's now 12-2. So Atwood will now start off the 5-hitter Austin Portner, 2 balls, no strikes. As Atwood on the same page with Boggs there, he quickly fires, and a big swing and a miss there from Portner for strike 1. 2-1 pitch from Atwood, and a fastball blows by Portner. He misses for strike 2. And in 2 pitches, Atwood evens up the count here at 2-2. Nobody on base yet for the Lakers and 2 outs. Atwood from the windup and just getting a piece of it and off the mid of Boggs. Second life opportunity here in Portner's second at bat as he stands in 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Atwood from the windup, and Portner throws the end of the bat on a ground ball the other way, and Soto almost with a tremendous play on a 360 spin trying to get the ground ball. Fielded and thrown over to Galindo. He drops down to his behind to make the catch, but Portner beats it out for an infield single the other way, as Portner now has half of the Lakers' hits, 2 of the 4. So we'll go to the 6th batter in the Lakers' order, Trey Rogers, the second baseman, back in the game after the scary collision with Sam Steinmeier out in right field. And a ground ball in the first pitch will go right by the middle infielders, Soto and Ross, into center for back-to-back hits here for Albert Lee.
Next bat for the Lakers, catcher number 28, Jackson Key.
Like Jackson Key going to move up in the lineup. I believe that. I'm just confused on the call here. I'm just wondering what happened to the 7th spot in the Albert Lee lineup. Obviously, Steinmeier out of the game and no clean substitution. Nevertheless, we're just going to roll here with a 2-2 count. And here's the pitch. Missing for ball 3 as it's now a 12-3 game. As a throw down to second from Boggs sails into center and a run comes in to score for Albert Lee. And Atwood rifles in a fastball there to put away Jackson Key for strike 3. And we'll now go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's now Bancroft 12, Albert Lee 3. Bottom of the 3rd on the way. And you're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. go here in the bottom of the third inning as the Lakers played one run, but I'm just confused as we jumped ahead in the order. Trey Rogers to Jackson Key, as we now have Taylor Arrett on at third base. I believe he should have been hitting seventh there. And the rule is if you hit out of order, that's an automatic out. But nevertheless, we're back here with a one pitch out as Soto grounds out to shortstop for out number one.
Center fielder number 1, Brian Seamster.
So we'll now go back to Brian Seamster, who struck fire here, batting fifth and playing center field for the Bandits, stepping in 2 for 2 with a single and a home run to straightaway center. 4 RBIs in just 2 at-bats for Seamster. This is the new pitcher, Carter Aid, starts him off the fastball in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Seamsters. Big swing and a miss there for strike 1. It'll even up the count here. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out with nobody on base. They're fucking out. The 1-1 pitch to Seamster, and he holds off at 1 at the shins for ball 2. So after 2 hits that helped get the Bandits on the board, 4 RBIs for Seamster, you know he's looking to keep on swinging away here. Looking for more success, but he stands in on that one as it skips off the plate for ball 3. And he's well ahead in the count. 3 balls to 1 strike. He can be picky here. Should be looking for 1 spot, and if it's there, look out. 3-1 pitch to Seamster and taken at the ankles for ball 4.
Next man for the Bandits, first baseman number 35, Bobby Chancho Galindo.
Could potentially be a long night for the Lakers as we've already played over an hour of play and we're still in the bottom of the third. Still a lot of game left. And the Bandits offense has erupted here. Could potentially keep on adding here following ball 4 to Seamster as he stands in on first base, but Galindo lets a fastball go inside for strike 1. So Seamster with a modest lead over at first. Aids checks him, and he'll go to the plate. As this one's hit in the air to right field, got a little under that one, but it looked good off the bat, but Preston Godfrey camps under it and makes the grab for out number 2.
Next man for the Bandits, outfielder number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason.
And we'll go to the right fielder, Aaron Mason. Reached base twice by a walk, 1 single and a stolen base, and 2 runs scored. So Mason looking to have himself a night here. With 2 down, he looks at the first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Mason, and he tries to go with this one outside. Sends it sailing out of play, foul for strike 1. Third pitch of the at-bat, and not a bad spot, but it's just going to ride the chalk for ball 2. Mason ropes this one on a hop, and it will jump over Austin Portner into left field for a 2-out single, and the second straight hit for Aaron Cowboy Mason. He's now 2 for 2 third consecutive time reaching base safely. And we'll go to Sean Ross. Who can forget as he turned the tables this past inning. Put the Bandits out in front 3-2 back then with a 2-run blast to deep left center field. Now let's see what he can do here with 2 runners on, 2 down. Carter Aids out of the stretch. Fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch to Ross, and it's in the dirt, and both runners will advance on the pass ball. Ross stands in on another ball there, works back ahead in the count, 2-1. Two-one count and 2 ducks on the pond at second and third for Ross. Here's the pitch. Taken for strike 2. Not a bad spot. I don't know if Ross liked the call too much. Not a bad pitch there. The 2-2 pitch to Ross, and on the corner for strike 3. So after an 11-run second, the Bandits get held scoreless with runners stranded at second and third. We've played 3 complete here, and the scoreboard still reads 12-3 in favor of Bancroft. As we head to the top of the 4th inning, the Bandits still in command of this one as we're coming to you live from Memorial Park. Now to the bottom of the order with Carter Aids to start off. Top of the 4th inning as Atwood gets the first pitch by him. Makes him chase low and away, swung on and missed for strike 1. We're back underway in a 12-3 ball game. Bandits lead by 9. The 0-1 pitch and a slider for strike 2. And he'll sit him down in 3 pitches as that one swung on and foul-tipped into the mitt of Boggs for out number 1. So with the way I think we're going to play this, I believe Jackson Key is now just going to be the 7 hitter. Carter Aids will just move up to 8. And now Jacob Kaiser is going to come into the game and bat 9th. This is the first time I've seen that happen where we just readjust the batting order like this. With 1 down, it's now a new 9 hitter with Jacob Kaiser as he watches the first pitch well outside for ball 1. As this one's grounded over towards Sean Ross. And he rifles this one to first for out number 1. Actually, make that out number 2. 2-pitch ground out there to put away Kaiser in his first at-bat of the day. Nobody on, 2 down, and we're finally back to the top of the order with the new right fielder, Preston Godfrey. First pitch from Atwood, a slider that just hangs outside the zone for ball 1. Atwood back from the windup, rifles a fastball, missing below the knees for ball 2. Now Godfrey working with a hitter's count here, 2 balls, no strikes. Atwood quickly resets here with the 2-0 pitch, but this misses high and away, ball 3. Once again, Atwood starting off another at-bat, 3 balls, no strikes. Let's see if he recovers. 4th pitch of the at-bat, taken down Broadway for strike 1. Godfrey a little quick to get out of the box there. Still well up in the count, 3 balls to no strikes. Here's the 5th pitch as it's stroked just straight back into the backstop. We've worked the count full. Three-two pitch, and it's swung on and missed. A 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts from Austin Atwood will send us to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still Bancroft 12, Albertley 3. Bottom of the 4th on the way next. We'll have Boggs lead off in the top of the order on deck to start off the bottom of the 4th, and we already have another pitching change here from Memorial Park as we got a right-hander, Colby Peterson, now into Chuck for the Lakers after we've already seen the likes of Taylor Arrett and Carter Aids. As we'll see Aids head back to 3rd base. And I think we've worked ourselves into quite a mess of the lineup here for Albert Lee. As now after Jacob Kaiser just comes in to bat as the 9 hitter, we now got another position change. And I'm just confused as how we're going to go about this because now I'm not sure if Albertley has any more players on the bench in uniform. So Boggs fouls the first pitch over the backstop for an 0-1 count, and he takes the second one in the dirt on a curveball for ball one. An update from Merchants Park, the Whitecaps are up big against Carroll 8-2. So Storm Lake leading Carroll 8-2, looking for their 8th win on the summer. Carroll's only a game ahead of Fort Dodge in the second place seed. Fort Dodge in third, Storm Lake down in fourth, Albert Lee in fifth place. We're locked in a 2-2 count here with Tyler Boggs at the plate looking for his second hit. He's stepping in 1 for 2. Set to lead things off here for Bancroft in the fourth, and he watches that one sail in the other batter's box for ball 3. Peterson back from the windup, and Boggs just gets the neck of the bat on that one and pops it up foul to stay alive in the count full. The full count pitch, and Boggs swings right through it for his second straight strikeout to start off the fourth here without number 1. We'll go back to the top of the order once again. Daniel Hernandez reaching base safely 3 times already. A pair of hits and a walk and 2 runs scored with 2 runs batted in. 12 runs scoring on 10 base hits as the Bandits didn't take long to wake up the bats after trailing by 2. First pitch from Hernandez will be swung on and fouled straight back for strike 1. Peterson comes set once again from the windup. The 0-1 pitch on the outer half of the zone for strike 2. As the Bandits were held scoreless, surprisingly, in the bottom of the third, leaving runners stranded at second and third. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hernandez, a curveball. And Peterson will get Hernandez out with that one. Swung on, foul tipped and caught. Daniel Hernandez, obviously a very talented baseball player, a future Rice Owl. A school with a very solid baseball program in the Division I. So Peterson got him there with 2 strikes. The first pitch, ball 1 to Coco Kennedy, stepping in 2 for 3. A single, a double, and 2 RBIs. Swings right through the second pitch of the at-bat there for strike 1 to even up the count 1-1 here. After 2 straight strikeouts from Colby Peterson, might have bought himself more time on the bump. And a good spot there for ball 2. Not sure where that missed. Peterson trying to paint the low outside corner with that fastball. But it's a 2-1 count to Coco Kennedy. Quickly resets from the windup, and Kennedy skies this one in the air to deep right field as Godfrey heads back and camps under it. He'll make the grab for out number 3 in a 1-2-3 inning. And the first inning here for Colby Peterson in relief. As we head to the top of the 5th, scoreboard is still reading Bancroft 12, Albert Lee 3. Another update from Merchants Park as the Whitecaps of Storm Lake add 2 more to their lead here, as the Merchants trailing on their home field to the Storm Lake Whitecaps 10-2. A live update there from Carroll. So we're back here. We got a pitching change. Tyler Cornett now coming in the game for Bancroft, as we've seen it end to Atwood's night. So Cornett's stats looking a little like this: 6 appearances, an 11.4 ERA through 6 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 8 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, 10 walks, 4 hit batters, and 6 strikeouts. Let's hope Cornett can put in productive work here, as he has 2, 3, 4 due up in the Alberley order. So the Lakers still with a lot of catching up to do. After they were held 1-2-3, Atwood retired them in order back in the 4th. We're back here in the top of the 5th. Scoreboard still reads 12-3. And the first pitch from Cornett, a fastball missing inside for ball 1. Cornett comes set from the stretch, nobody on base. And that one in there for strike 1 on a fastball, the outside corner. Comes set for the 1-1, and he kicks and fires outside, ball 2. Cornett has his pitch from Boggs on a 2-1 count. 4th pitch of the at-bat, taken upstairs for ball 3. The 3-1 hitters count here to Levi Davidson. Cornett's got to be careful with Morris on deck and McKeon in the hole, but he gets him chasing. Fastball at the neck, swung on and missed for strike 2. Worked the count full here in his first hitter face tonight. The 3-2 pitch, low for ball 4. We'll now go to the 3-hitter, Brad Morris, stepping in 1 for 2, scoring the first run of the ball game, as he reached on a double to right. First pitch to Morris taken for strike 1. Cornett comes set from the stretch, and a quick toss over to first base, and Davidson will step back on it safely. Morris wears this one. Second free 90 here for the Lakers. First pitch to the beer batter and cleanup batter, Jacob McKeon, taken for strike 1. As he brought the first run of the game home on a big RBI double to deep left center. So Cornett going to have to be careful here with McKeon as he offers ball 1 there. Cornett resets here, offers the 1-1, and McKeon strokes this one to shortstop. Sean Ross will step on second and fire to first. An unassisted double play there for Sean Ross will create 2 outs and 1 swing. Nice play defensively there for Sean Ross. So Davidson will head to third. The 4th run of the game for Albert Lee, 90 feet away. And we go back to the 5-hitter and shortstop, Austin Portner. Already 2 for 2. First pitch to Portner, swung on and popped up foul. Galindo might have a play on it, and he makes the grab in foul territory for out number 3. And the Lakers leave one runner stranded at third as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. A scoreboard still reads Bancroft 12, Albertley 3, as you're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. Three, 4, 5 due up for the Bandits here to start off the bottom of the 5th. Has 2 more opportunities to add some insurance runs to an already 9-run lead. Still 12-3 ball game here with Ivan Melendez set to lead off. A pair of walks and a strikeout. All ready to his name here as he swings through that pitch there for strike 1. A foul to the backstop. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Melendez, taken just above the letters for ball 2, and you know he's really looking to get into one here, especially after we've already seen a pair of home runs from Brian Seamster and Sean Ross, and Melendez strokes this one down the line and left. But it goes just foul for strike 2. Melendez with 3 straight games with a home run. You're wondering if he's wanting to stretch it out into 4. Here's the 2-2 pitch from the windup as it's stroked through the 5-6 hole into left for a leadoff single for Ivan Melendez.
Next man for Bandits, second baseman number 30, Miguel Miko Soto.
Now go to the cleanup hitter, Miko Soto, stepping in 1 for 2. Reaching by a single, a walk, and a pair of RBIs already. So Melendez leads off first, and Soto takes the first pitch for ball 1. It's already been quite a crazy game here. A lot of offense in 1 inning alone for Bancroft. 11 runs in the bottom of the 2nd after a 2-1 ball game, which outwardly looked like they were in the driver's seat. That didn't last long. So Soto well ahead of this one, but it scoots past the first baseman, and they call him out at first. It looks like Soto might have beat out the throw. Definitely some help on that call as it's out number 1. Now go back to the 5-hitter, Brian Seamster. Reaching base 3 straight times, 4 RBIs. A walk, a single, and a bomb. Let's see what he does here with Melendez standing on at second. As he's ahead of the first pitch, chopped foul straight down. Seamster steps back in here with an 0-1 count. And Peterson from the stretch. This one's skied to the right side in foul territory, and Jackson Key makes the grab in foul territory for out number 2. Pop out to the catcher, and Jackson Key on the slide. Quite a catch there by the catcher. We'll now go to our first baseman, Bobby Galindo, and he's kicking himself after starting out the game 0 for 3. Have to try to straighten one out here. So we got a massive hole the other side over at shortstop. First pitch of the at-bat, and Galindo pops it up to the outfield. And Brad Morris camps under it and grabs it for out number 3. As that'll do it for the Bandits in 4 batters. After 5 complete, it's still a 12-3 ball game. The Bandits still out in front of the Lakers by 9 as we head to the top of the 6th. Tyler Cornett coming back out to pitch. You're listening to Bandits Baseball live from Memorial Park. Second baseman due up for the Lakers here, Trey Rogers. The 6th hitter in the Albert Lee order, as just got an inning and a half left of play here. Tyler Cornett on the bump for Bancroft, as he misses this one, the first pitch outside for ball 1. He's able to retire the Lakers in 4 hitters back in the 5th inning, thanks to a double play from Sean Ross at shortstop, unassisted. As the second pitch of the at-bat taken inside out on a foul ball from Rogers. Rogers steps back up to the plate here with a 1-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the third pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball there, getting through the zone, but Boggs can't grab it. It's still strike 2. Rogers stepping up to the plate, reaching base twice already by a walk and a hit. Getting left stranded in scoring position both times. Here's the fourth pitch of the at-bat. Not a bad spot there. And it looks like we got a new catcher in the game. Dre Sean out of Valley City State University. So he'll be a clean substitution for Tyler Boggs behind the dish. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Cornett from the stretch. Fires a fastball well outside there for ball 3, and we work the count full. Here's the 6th pitch of the at-bat, and it sails behind Rogers to the backstop for ball 4. Second walk Rogers draws there to start off the 6th. Be sure to stay with us tomorrow night as we'll have an early game at Fort Dodge at Patterson Field. No lights, so I can anticipate this game will either start at 4 or 4:30. But I'll be sure to get you the time officially when we get there. So the Bandits will be back on the road tomorrow at Fort Dodge. Be sure to tune in for another 7-inning contest against the Gypsum Miners. Cornett back in the stretch here on a 1-0 pitch to Key, and it sails behind Sean. On a pass ball there. Got a 2-0 count to the new batter, Jackson Key, as Trey Rogers takes second. Third pitch of the at-bat, 2-0 to Key, and he hits this one the other way. It's down for a hit. Mason going to come up throwing to the plate. And it gets past Sean, but Cornett back there to back up. We had runners at the corners now, still nobody out. Lakers looking to add with a walk to Rogers, followed by a single by Key to start things off here in the top of the sticks. Still nobody out. Runners at first and third. We're here to Carter Aids now, the third baseman. Cornett from the stretch, first pitch grounded towards Ross at short. Fires to second. They get the out at second from Soto, and the throw to first, not in time. They'll be out number 1 on an RBI fielder's choice. So Aids brings home 1 run, and it'll now make it 12-4. So now we'll see Colby Peterson bat. The new 9-hitter, as I think he's the pitcher just going to bat for himself. I don't know how to explain this one after what we've done with the lineup with the injury absence of Sam Steinmeier. The 8-9 hitters just move up to 7 and 8, and now we've already seen Jacob Kaiser with an at-bat, and now the new pitcher, Colby Peterson, batting for himself as he gets down in the count early. No balls to 2 strikes. Cornett has his pitch with the 0-2. He fires. I'm not sure if Peterson is just a pitcher or both there, but he almost, and I think I just get a call from the dugout there. Indeed, Peterson, not much of a hitter, only a pitcher, getting his first at-bat for the Lakers here tonight. A 1-2 from the stretch, and Cornett misses with a fastball inside there for ball 2. He tried to offer at a pitch well outside there, just holds off. Ball 1, and that one missing for ball 2. We got a 2-2 count here from Cornett. Here's the pitch. And that'll set Peterson down looking for strike 3 and out number 2. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Preston Godfrey with 2 down, runner on first. Now over in the Albert Lee bullpen, we see the head coach, Nate DeShane, starting to warm up, getting hot. Wonder if we're going to see the head coach pitch for the Lakers here in the bottom of the 6th. And this is one crazy ball game we've seen here tonight. The head coach might be coming in to pitch for the Albert Lee Lakers with Nate DeShane. Cornette starts off Godfrey 1-0, and here's the second pitch of the at-bat. A nice slider there, but it looks like it's just going to miss low for ball 2. I think we might have seen a similar situation to this last summer with the Carroll Merchants. I don't know the name of their coach last summer, but I believe he might have came in to pitch. They were down throughout their pitching staff. So I guess somehow that might be a loophole in the rule book where a coach could come in to play for his own team. And with that, we got another wild pitch from Cornette, allowing Aids to take second. So a 3-1 hitters count here to Preston Godfrey, stepping in 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts thus far, looking for his first hit or his first time on base here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 down. Cornette comes set for the 3-1, and he fires. This one's at the shins for ball 4. Third walk given up by Cornette there, also plunked a batter. So he's going to have to work hard here for out number 3, but we got Levi Davidson at the plate, a force out at first, second, or third. So a ground ball could get the Bandits to the bottom of the 2nd. One last opportunity to add to an 8-run lead. First pitch of the at-bat, taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Davidson as he dodges it high and inside for ball 1. Cornette comes set here for the 1-1 pitch. Fastball. Inside out, pop up out of play for strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Cornette, and it's going to miss inside for ball 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch with 2 down, and he gets Davidson swinging. Threw an off-speed pitch there for out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning as the Lakers score one more here. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, it's Bancroft 12, Albert Lee 4, as you're listening to Bandits Baseball Live from Memorial Park. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Bandits here in the bottom of the sixth. It's still 12-4. And Aaron Cowboy Mason having himself a pretty solid night at the plate. 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 run scored, and a stolen base as he's looking to make it a perfect 4 for 4 on base tonight. But Peterson gets him swinging to a high off-speed pitch there for strike 1. Gets him chasing as he works ahead in the count 0-1. Nobody on base as the infield's playing back here. Second pitch, another curveball, slow moving, and it drifts out of the zone there for ball 1. Mason steps back in here with a 1-1 count, nobody out. Third pitch of the at-bat, well outside for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch to Mason swung on and fouled straight back for strike 2. See Sean Ross on deck and Dre Sean in the hole. The 2-2 pitch from the windup. Another curveball, and it's going to pop Mason up to the left side as Ade sees this, and he catches it on the chalk for out number 1.
Next man for the Bandits, first out, number 12, Sean the Rock Ross.
Having himself a night with a big home run. 2 RBIs, a walk, a stolen base, 2 runs scored. And a tough backward strikeout in the third, and Sean Ross is finally back up to the plate here for his 4th at-bat here in the 6th inning with 1 down, nobody on base. And Peterson misses with a curveball there for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Ross and well outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch to Ross and well outside once again. 3 straight balls and a 3-0 count here to start off Ross's 4th at bat. There'll be 4 straight balls to Ross there as he dodges that one in a free 90 with 1 down.
Number 55, Andrew Dr. Dre Sean.
See action in the Bancroft bullpen, so we might be seeing someone come in for Cornett in the top of the 7th, but can't quite make out who it is yet. Beyond the batting cage out in right field foul territory as Sean lets the first pitch go by in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Sean, and he swings through it, strike 1. So it looks like we got Tommy Reyes Cruz set to make his 2nd appearance for the Bandits in relief, and he looks pretty solid out of the bullpen in the 11-3 victory last week against Storm Lake on the home field. So let's see what Cruz can do on the bump once again. Sean fouls this one to the backstop. We got a 1-2 count, 1 down. Ross on at first base. He gets his lead. Peterson quickly comes set for the 1-2 pitch. Curveball missing high there for ball 2. Now a 2-2 count here to Sean. It's the 5th pitch on the way, swung on and foul. Here's the 2-2 from Peterson. Curveball. And Sean buckles at the knees as this one will go for strike 3.
Next man for the Bandits, designated
back to the top of the order with Daniel Hernandez, 2 for 3 with a pair of hits already. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, also reaching by a walk. First pitch of the at-bat taken outside for ball 1. One 0 count here to Hernandez. Second pitch of the at-bat taken on the outer half of the plate for strike 1. Evening up the count here, 1 ball, 1 strike to Hernandez. Works out at first and second. Third pitch of the at-bat, fastball. Skied out of play for strike 2. Peterson looks Ross at first. He comes set for the 1-2 pitch on Hernandez as Ross takes off for second. Would have been a stolen bag, but it's going to be a backwards K to Hernandez for out number 3 as we head to the top of the 7th, potentially the last inning. One last opportunity for the Lakers to climb back from an 8-run deficit as we have Tommy Reyes Cruz coming to the mound for his second pitching appearance on the summer. Top of the 7th on the way. It's still 12 for Bancroft, 4 for Albert Lee. As you're listening to Bandits Baseball Live from Memorial Park, we'll be right back. So Cruz's pitching stats at this point through 1 appearance has 1 inning, only giving up 1 hit and striking out 2 batters. So let's see what Cruz can do here in his second appearance as the Merchants look to have dropped 1 on their home field against the Storm Lake Whitecaps. A final score from there, 11-3. Storm Lake now advances to an 8-12 record, and Carroll falls to 9-15. Tying Albert Lee for the league lead in losses for at least 3 more outs. Once again, be sure to join us for a matinee game tomorrow at Fort Dodge. We'll be on the road to take on the Gypsum Miners for 7-inning action. And then we'll be back here at the home field from Memorial Park Friday, July 12th against the Peak of Ames Prospects. In a highly anticipated matchup, for the first time, we'll see the Prospects and Bandits for the 2019 summer. As obviously, both those teams with very good records, Ames at 9-1, Bancroft at 19-4, potentially looking at 20-4. So the Bandits are 3 outs away from extending their winning streak to 6 as Cruz faces 3 solid hitters here in the Albert Lee order. Morris, McKeon, and Portner all due up, with Brad Morris set to lead off. First pitch of the at-bat to Morris on the inside part of the zone for strike 1. Nobody on, nobody out. 3-4-5 due up here. Cruz out of the windup. And this one misses high for ball 1. Brad Morris stepping in 1 for 2, had a double, a run scored, and a hit by pitch. Reaching base twice already. Here's the 1-1 from Cruz. Swung on and ricochets off the bat and straight to the backstop for strike 2 on the foul tip. Cruz looking for a quick 7th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a curveball in. Morris, the defensive swing there to stay alive. Hits it back into the net. Cruz shakes off a pitch and comes set for the 1-2. Another off speed that Morris just fends off out of play. Cruz from the windup and the 1-2 pitch, and it's in the dirt for ball 2. As we've already seen, Austin Atwood 6 strikeouts through 4 complete innings of work. Tyler Cornett, a couple of strikeouts, a few walks through 2 innings. And Cruz set to close the door with the 2-2 pitch. Swung on in, a dribbler hit the other way to Soto at second. And he'll throw it to Galindo at first for out number 1. We'll now go to the cleanup batter, Jacob McKeon. 1 for 3 as he drove in the first run of the game. And he strokes this one the other way to right field. Second baseman Miko Soto didn't even have enough reaction time to even move towards that one, and that's to be the second hit of the game for McKeon. Such a long time ago that the Lakers were leading this game after an inning and a half of work, 2-1. After they looked very solid at the plate against Austin Atwood, and it didn't take long for the Bandits to erupt at the plate with an 11 spot in the bottom of the second, but no offense since then. Following that was 4 straight scoreless innings. So Cruz will start off Austin Portner 0-1 in the count. Second pitch of the at-bat from the stretch, and it's going to skirt off the ground, and Dre Sean has no idea where the ball is, and he will finally find it to his left side, and McKeon will get all the way to third base as you hear the entire crowd trying to help Sean out, and obviously that's a tough ball to spot. It's over in the rocks, just camped on the very edge of the fence. But now the Lakers have an opportunity to add here with their 5th run of the game, 90 feet away on at third. Now Cruz from the windup. And the 1-1 pitch going to miss low here for ball 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and a little bit of chin music there, missing for ball 3. So a hitter's count here for Portner in a good situation for him to drive in a run on a hitter's count. But he watches a fastball blow by him there for strike 2, and we now got a full count. The 3-2 from Cruz from the windup, and swung on in. Sean can't make the grab, as I believe that foul ball might have knocked his mitt clear off his hand. So Portner with a second life here. Still full in the count. Portner steps back in here. McKeon on at third. Full count, 1 down. Here's the pitch. Driven to center field, and Seamster there to make the grab. He's going to come up throwing, and he'll just short arm this one to Sean Ross at short. But that'll still be out number 2. It's now 12-5 on a sacrifice fly from Austin Portner, but the Lakers down to their final out. Down to the 6-hitter Trey Rogers. Without a doubt, though, Rogers having a good day at the plate. A pair of walks and a single. 1 run scored back in the 6th. First pitch, the at-bat from Cruz upstairs for ball 1. And perhaps if it hadn't been for such a big second inning, maybe this game would be a lot closer. As Rogers pops this one up towards second, and Soto will make the grab for the final out of the ball game. As Cruz retires the Lakers in 4 batters. And we're going to have to award tonight's player of the game to Brian Seamster, who without a doubt had a big day at the plate. Reaching base 3 times, going 2 for 3, driving in 4 runs with a single and a home run. So be sure to follow us up on Facebook and Twitter as we'll give him the belt. Brian Seamster, your player of the game. As the winning streak advances to 6, the Bandits are now 20-4 on the summer, and Albert Lee sinks to 7-16. And once again, be sure to tune in tomorrow to Bancroft Bandits YouTube, as we'll be back live on the road at Fort Dodge as the Bandits take on the Gypsum Miners once again. But my name is Mitchell Kieran. I want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast from Memorial Park. Once again, the final score, Bandits win 12-5. Thanks for tuning in.